What's up, everybody? Let's get the intro going. How are you all doing today? What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about this right here. Not the award, but what it reads down here, second place. We're talking about second place today. This weekend, I took the opportunity to go to a speech contest hosted by Toastmasters. Myself, my fellow Toastmaster Rocky, we competed in a contest against other Toastmasters. Some of them who had 12 years of experience, 24 years of experience, while Rocky and I combined have 8 years of experience or 9 years of experience. I'm sharing this with you today on Making Moves with Michael because there's a lot to learn from second place. There's a lot to learn from second place, and we're going to jump into that. Few ideas that come to mind about learning from second place is, why didn't you get first place? I mean, that's really what happens. As soon as you get second place, you start wondering, why didn't I get first place? And then you look at the first place winner and you go, why'd they get first place? And as soon as we start asking those questions and those answers start informing us as to what we can learn. This is Making Moves with Michael. If you haven't joined me previously, in these live shows, I go over frameworks, ideas on how to help you in your business as an entrepreneur and in your personal life. I go through personal stories like I will today, and then I share a framework in order to help you and apply it in your business or personal life. Making Moves with Michael is live every single Monday at 1:30 p.m. And right now, I just want to highlight something that's really big for us right now. We just launched our joinpedalforpurpose.com website. That is where you can check out all of the information about the fundraiser that we are doing for Forgotten Children of Haiti. We're raising money and raising awareness for the children in Haiti. So please take a look at joinpedalforpurpose.com to see how you can either donate, sponsor, or join us in riding 100 miles to New York City. All right. That all being said, let's jump into this framework for you. So I competed in this speech contest, and I had this great speech that I've been working on for a really long time. In fact, it has to do with my trip to Haiti as an 8-year-old boy and how the children there inspired me to do the work that I do today and to do a fundraiser like Pedal for Purpose and to ride my bike for over 100 miles to raise money and raise awareness for them. So I had this really great story. I had this really great message. I rehearsed it. I practiced it. I went up there. I performed it, and I did really well. I left the stage. I sat down next to my buddy Rocky. I said, "What'd you think?" He gave me some feedback. We definitely had some room to improve, but I looked really good. Strong candidate for first place. The other contestants that went up, some had some really good, deep stories, but maybe were missing the mark in terms of having a polished speech. Whereas two of the contestants had a really polished speech and a really strong message. The first was a person who went up there. He is a military veteran and a brain cancer survivor. He actually went up there with this electro type of machinery coming out of his head and a backpack and talked about his journey from being in the military, serving in the army, and now battling brain cancer. That was a hard story to one, listen to, but also try to, I guess, compete against in a contest. Fortunate for me in terms of his delivery, it wasn't as strong as the next person I'll tell you about. But what we can take from this gentleman's story here is that he had a very powerful message, a very inspirational story that with the right coaching, the right story craft, he could have been a first place winner and probably advanced to even higher levels. So he's got a little more work to do from that level. And this is really what we're talking about here is seeing things for what they are. He's got a little more work to do. And I think he could really take that story to the next level. The next person is the person that we're going to focus most of our attention on because I lost to this person. The next person that went up, she gave a story. Well, her message was everyone has a story. So she shared a personal story about a dinner with her husband and how he unveiled her deepest, darkest secrets. And she started sharing this story and how it actually ended up having a great effect to the people with her because they started sharing their stories. And so she dove deeper into her story and started going into her immigrant story from being from the Philippines to here, and how she longed to be able to have a book collection and currently does, and how we all have a wonderful story and how inspiring it is. She shared this in a very polished way. Her story was polished. The story craft itself, from beginning, middle, and end, was really well executed. She brought us through a journey of emotions where she had us at the highs, at the lows. She made us feel sad, and she made us laugh while holding suspense at the same time. So she did a really great job in her story craft and in her delivery. And I lost to her. She got first place. What I soon learned from her is that she's also been a Toastmaster for 23 years. I've been a Toastmaster for almost 8 years. This is why I wanted to give this talk today about learning from second place. I shared with you the third place winner. He's the gentleman who has brain cancer. I shared with you the first place winner, the woman from the Philippines. And then I was the second place winner. I shared my story about going to Haiti. So what happened? And what can you take from this in your business? Here's what happened. As soon as I got called for second place, I was upset. I wasn't happy. I was there to compete for first place. I wasn't there to compete for second place. I was there to compete for first place. And although these two contestants actually went before me, and I knew that they were strong contestants, I still held hope that I would be able to win first place. But when she won first place, I was not happy. So I went through the stages of grief, I guess we can say, and I was upset. I was frustrated. I didn't like it. I started creating feedback around her of it was too structured, it was too polished, it wasn't authentic, and I started making all sorts of excuses. And then I started realizing what I was doing. And how often we do this in business where we look at our competitor and we look at all their flaws, but we don't realize why people like them. And so I started taking a step back and started asking myself, but what did they like about her speech? And as I went through what they liked about it, I saw how great it was. And from there is why I made this video for you today, because from there is where I said, here's what I can learn from her. See, in her speech craft, there was so much to learn from her pacing, her timing, and her storytelling. The way she engaged all of us, not just in a heartfelt, inspirational way, but in a comedic, funny way, and being able to tie that into my own story. So I was able to learn from her. So this is huge because we look at our competitors and we want to compete with them and we want to beat them, but there's so much we can learn from them. So the first thing we have to do when we get into second place is we have to have a mindset shift. We have to shift our mind from being the competitor and looking at their flaws and wondering, why are they better? Why do people like them more? Why did they get first place? And we have to ask that question in a different way. Why did they get first place? Why do people like them more? Why are they better? In a curious way, trying to understand and gain that information, absorb it, and then we go into our next one, which is to refine and elevate our own skills. So once we recognize why they're in first place, how do we apply those skills to our own personal desires? How do I take what I learned from this person who got first place? How do I take what she did and apply it into my speech for next time so that I can get first place? Refining my skill, getting better. What she taught me is I thought 8 years as a Toastmaster, man, I'm ancient. I haven't met another Toastmaster more than 8 years outside of one person in my club who's 12 years, but we know each other. To meet someone 23 years as a Toastmaster, that's incredible. She's been honing her craft for all these years. She better be good. So applying that into mine. And the last one is what I always talk about, taking action on all of this. You see what they're doing better, you refine it, you bring it into your own world, and then you start practicing it. You start rehearsing it. You start doing the thing to improve, doing the thing to make you better. This second place trophy right here, This second place trophy right here, while I was disappointed that I got second place, I was disappointed. I really was. I look at this today, this is probably one of the best trophies I could have received. Because this trophy right here signifies room for improvement. It tells me I have a reason to keep striving, to keep trying, to keep going to my Toastmasters meeting, to keep refining my skill as a public speaker, to keep working on my story craft, to keep improving and getting better. And I'm only 8 years into the journey. I have such a long way to go. So this trophy right here, this second place trophy, is probably one of the most significant on my shelf of trophies. It's not about the trophies. I want to thank you so much for watching this Making Moves with Michael. As I said, I come to you every single Monday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm so happy to bring this to you today. Keep striving for more. Keep going for first place. And if you land in second, it's all good. Keep learning from those mistakes, refine them, learn from it, refine it, and take action. We have a great entrepreneur in our Take Action community. She's going to be laying out an incredible framework on how to market your business. That's April 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. DM me for an invitation. It's totally free. It's on Zoom. April 9th at 11 a.m. Our Take Action community is going to be learning from an incredible entrepreneur who will get you seen in the media. I'll see you all soon, everyone. Stay happy and stay healthy. Bye.